Hello everybody. So I'm going to discuss in this episode what are the advanced transmission electron microscopy technique. One of the technique is to do in situ microscopy inside the TEM. It requires a dedicated holder and dedicated arrangements. So I'll be talking two aspects of this. One is in situ mechanical property evaluation, and then I'll be talking of a method called precision electron diffraction, which is a new technique for last only 4-5 years it has come up, and how they are useful to find out the details of various other details which is not possible using conventional transmission electron microscope. In this particular holder of in situ mechanical property, what we do, we load our sample in the half semicircle of 3 mm disc. That means, as I told you in the beginning, that we require a 3 mm sample, disc sample. Here we require half of that even, and other half is the indenter. There is an indenter. There is a very fine pico indenter which is made up of carbon nanotubes or sometimes the boron nitride tips. These were loaded along with the sample inside the machine, and there are hardware and there are software to handle them. In these particular experiments, we find out that if we indent the sample, how the dislocations move, because the dislocation movement is very important in material. I will give a small example. Like the dislocations, is easy to understand. Like a pin, if you take and keep on bending, it will crack. What happens? The dislocations generate. Once you're doing like this, you are increasing the dislocation, and there's a huge rate of dislocations, so they will burst. That means the material crack. So it's very important to understand how is the dislocation density, how does it move. So these all possible in this particular technique. Is called in situ indentation technique. Other things what we observe, like as you know that today's world of nanomaterial, we make various nano composites, and they are made of carbon nanotubes, carbon nanofibers. Very difficult to understand that how many of them we put, how many milligram, how many gram, how many kg is required to make the composites. It's a heat and trial error, and it takes huge amount of time, which is not there with us to understand and to develop a material. So what we do, we can find out the individual strength of the nanotube or the fiber inside the machine. We can find out how much strength is required for the total composites. So calculatedly we can put, okay, here we require 500 grams of carbon nanofiber in this to make these composites. So this sort of conclusive evidence analysis can be done using these in situ techniques. The other method is a very new method, very accurate, very fascinating, is precision electron diffraction, and ACOM is automated crystal orientation methods, orientation mapping in the TEM. In this method, what we do, it is done by a particular company called Nanomegas, Europe. That particular method, what we do, we change the beam which is coming up, we change the beam, we actually rotate the beam, and we excite all the planes of the atoms together. So what happens, by tilting or by rocking the beam, we get all the planes excited and you get a nice diffraction pattern. Apart from that, what we do, each point we go and take a selected area diffraction, move to the next one, take a selected area diffraction. So based on different selected area diffraction as seen in the photograph, you can find out the orientation of the crystal in the nano level. So if you have a nanomaterial and trying to find out the orientations, the grain morphology, phases, it is not possible in the scanning electron microscope or the EBSD in scanning electron microscope. So in these methods, in the precision electron diffraction methods and automated crystal orientation methods, using these two techniques as seen here, we can find out the orientation, the phases, the structures, the grain boundary, misorientations, all of them you can find it out using these techniques, but at the nano level, try to understand. If there's a nano grain, you can find out orientations of that. So this is a powerful technique, advanced technique, and requires, it is very costly equipment also. So you need to understand. So apart from all these things, you require a good expertise to do the full TEM, and you need to understanding also. So you need to have crystallographic understanding, stereographic understanding, and the type of structure, the type of dislocations. Then only you can contribute for the materials development in the today's world. As you know, the world is going towards new development of materials, advanced material, nanomaterials, smart materials. All this is possible only if you try to understand the structure and try to develop them. So in the coming series, I'll be discussing that what are the different types of examples, how to analyze them. How to analyze them in EBSD? What is understanding of using the FIB? What is understanding? How do you do applications in the TEM? Why do you require HRTM? So different applications of these machines I'll be carrying out, and also I'll be discussing how we can start using a machine. That is very important for the research scholars, particularly those who are starting research, to use the machines. You cannot just give a sample to somebody else and they will give us an image to you. You cannot make out head and tail of it. It's very important, and all those things will be discussing in the subsequent episode. So see you all very soon. Thank you very much. Bye.